Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW. We're here in the T61 because it was the last day of Season 16 of the arena, and I really didn't put any time into it. I think I played 4 games on Sunday, and this one was the first game of the day today on live stream. Chin was supposed to be joining me, but he fell asleep and joined me later on, and as you can see, it turned into a nice one to drop me Kraken 112. But there's the team layouts. I'm up against a Fubuki, a Leon and a Gnevny. There's a lot of battleships out there, and it's strange that this one has maxed out the teams, because a lot of the time I was playing Destroyer on Season 15, I was getting solo games, which were a challenge, but also a lot of fun. Now here we got like lots of big guns in here. We've got 2 battleships with us, an Ismail and a West Virginia, and they aren't exactly going to make some of the smartest decisions in the game, but give them their due, they do chip away at the other teams and make my life a little bit easier. But we are going to push straight in towards the cap and see what we can spot and do the destroyer's job of spot, capture and kill. And there's going to be some nice killing in this game. We're going to have a little bit of skill kill, and we're going to have a little bit of luck skill. But most of all, we are going to play this game very, very tactically. So looking around, obviously I'm at an advantage. I've got sonar, I've got reasonably low detection. Gnevny is a very nasty gunboat, so I don't particularly want to bump into him too early and cost myself too many hit points. But it looks like both my guys are doing what I would say is a standard move of pulling in beside an island. Now I know that gives you cover from flanking fire, but I'm out here with your eyes and ears, and it's great getting into a position where you've got cover, but you've also got to be in a position that you can fire from. That Fuso is broadside, and I don't know what they were doing, but he should have had at least 2 or 3 citadels in them from their first salvos, but they don't appear to be able to achieve that. Fuso turns out, and it looks like red team are being squeezed by pink team, which is good because it means that our team is not piggy in the middle. So all we've got to look out for is what's coming up on the northwest corner of the map. So I turn in towards the cap to see what is to be seen. There are some reload boosters out there. Ideally I'd like to pick that up, but one of the battleships is pushing in, and it looks like he is going to pick that one up for us. That's also going to benefit the rest of the team, so thank you for that, buddy. There we go, exactly the person I did not want to bump into. I've only got 20 seconds left on my sonar. He is in 5k. I have no doubt the torpedoes, even though they're short range from that Gnevny, are going to be coming straight towards me. So I slam it in reverse, my torpedoes go out. He is taking fire from elsewhere, and I'm going to keep my guns on, but one of these torpedoes is going to lift him straight out the water and give us first blood. So chalk 1 up for blue team. Now that Fuso there, my sonar's not detecting any torpedoes. It's just gone off, so I'm going to have a look, see if I can get a fire on this Fuso, and he disappears behind the smoke screen. You'll see that one of the blue team ships has pushed forward, the other guy is insisting on staying parked behind the island, but he is looking towards the pink team, I think it is, no, orange team, up on the north side of the minimap. So I'm looking at this Fuso, he's going away from us, he is in range. I'm thinking surely you aren't going to go charging towards those. I think the Fubuki is out there in his smoke screen, so I slap my second set of torpedoes through there. Now, knowing that there's potentially a destroyer out there, I don't want to get spotted by it. I'm really hoping that my two guys can finish that Fuso off, because kills count in arena, and when there's something low health like that, you really do need to snipe the kills. This is one map mode where I will agree that kill sniping is allowed, but I don't see how neither of them have been able to pick up that Fuso. But as I said, there's going to be a little bit of luck in this one. And he turns straight into that salvo of torpedoes that was pushed through the smoke, potentially for the Fubuki. Now, one of the BBs is pushing straight into the cap. The other guy is turning to the north. It looks like Orange Team are the ones that are playing the, am I allowed to say, the noob game? Hang back, let everybody else do the work, and once the work is done, come in and take an easy kill or an easy win. But I'm not going to let them do that. You'll see that I'm pinging the map. That's where the Leon obviously is. Those two ships are out there just trying to bow tank everything. Our guys are split, and that is bad. They've pushed into the center. We don't want the cap this early, because kills means points, means XP, means progressing up the leaderboards a little bit quicker. And even though I'm not really been playing much of this game, I wanted to take a break from it after last weekend. But I want to be sure that I'll get as high as I possibly can. So I'm pushing out here towards the 10, 11 o'clock position of the minimap, because I'm screening for this battleship for the Leon. I'm having to burn my sonar screening for torpedoes, which I would much rather keep for later on if I have to push the cap. But there you go, we get the Leon detected at 6 kilometers, and I've been pinging the map with where that ship is likely to appear, and I'm really hoping that the battleship is going to turn guns on. But he can't turn because he's got two battleships in front of him. So I'm having to engage this Leon. The Leon is very obviously going to be sending torpedoes our way. I pop my smoke, he pops his smoke, because I don't want to be taking fire from those two battleships. This battleship didn't even slow down. He just continued going full speed ahead. And by the time he realizes that, oh, that destroyer might have fired some torpedoes at me, he takes the lot and dies in a glorious ball of flame right beside me. Not the smartest of moves, Captain. But there we go. The Arizona has already taken a torpedo from me. And so I put a set of torpedoes out where he's expected to be, and then just in case he gets them spotted a little bit early, we put a set behind him to catch a turn or to catch him if he slams on the brakes. Orange team obviously have the advantage here. I'm not as disadvantaged as pink team, because I have concealment on my side, and I am going to use all of my wiseness to do what I can to bring this one home to victory for blue team. There we go. That is kill number 3. There are 5 ships left in the game. Now, I think at this point that we are winning on kills. So what I don't want to do is to put myself in the capture point and let everybody know that obviously blue team is taking the capture point, because being the only ship left on our team, that gives 5 ships the opportunity to all close in and focus me. And I don't want to give them that opportunity. Get the Fubuki spotted, we get some guns on him, we get the cap resets. I'm expecting fire coming from every direction, but he pops his smoke to get himself covered. And in doing so, it means I'm no longer spotted. I know he's on the cap. I don't know who else knows he's on the cap, but this Mutsu saw that I was heading in his direction. And he's been set out there broadside pretty much the majority of that game, shooting against pink team. But now, knowing there's a destroyer that was pointing at him, he's going to run for it. I get spotted. It is the Fubuki again. Now, I put my torpedoes out in widespread. I lose my engine. I'm not going to fire my guns. He has just revealed himself to everybody else on the map. I am going to go skinny. I'm going to kite away. I do expect his torpedoes to be coming after me, but he is going to collect my torpedoes on the way back to port for kill number 4. Now, I know that people expect like huge high damage games from Krakens and things like this, but in Arena, you've got 3 other teams that are all shooting at each other. It's not just one team against another. So, as you saw with that Arizona, there were other ships hitting that as my torpedoes were about to run into it. Again, we're bringing the odds more into our favour. There is still one destroyer out there. It is the Leon. I can see that the last Orange Team battleship is pushing in towards the capture point. And I know that they could potentially park behind that island. But there is a Pink Team ship out there. I think it's a California. He is out there somewhere amongst that lot. I wanted to pop out and see what this Mutsu was doing, if he was going to come this way past the island and cut in and perhaps sink him. But he's not. He's turned. He's running away. So we are now going to turn back in towards the cap. There is the, I think it's, like I said, I think that's the California out there. Mutsu is the closest target to me, so knowing how far away that battleship is, I know the Mutsu is closer to that, so I'm not quite in range of the destroyer until this moment here. So this is using experience as to where he might be hiding. He's going to want to look for getting torpedoes out on that battleship. He's also going to want to look at using that island for cover. And as Twist and Track indicates, he is on the top left-hand side of the map. We're going to turn. We haven't got the most amazing turret traverse on these guns, but we put the torpedoes out thinking he's going to move into the cap and use that island as a screen. But watch here. His smokestacks go straight up, and then they change direction and he's going into reverse. So straight away my gun sight is backing off. All I want is some cap resets on him. He hasn't fired his guns yet, but there's the cap reset. We're turning out and we're moving away. Again, we're going skinny. The Mutsu can't see us. The other 2 battleships can't see us. It's only the Leon. And I'm going to get very, very unlucky here, because watch those torps run just in front of him. That's a shame. But we're not done there, are we? We're going back. Now, we've let him watch where we're going. He thinks we're heading off to the right side of our screen, but we're not. We're going to turn and go back to the left, because I'm expecting torpedoes, but again, he's going to be wanting to put his guns in my general direction, and that's why, because I'm not located, I know he's not running Twist and Track or Perceptive. We're going to track those torpedoes in. We're going to follow our indicator. The torpedoes go right past us there, and we're pushing in and pushing in, because we do need to contest this cap now. There are 2 battleships having a standoff behind this island. The Mutsu is somewhere out there, and I'm just getting ready to get some gun hits on this destroyer. But watch that torpedo there. Boom. Dev strike. He's gone. I am now on the cap, because I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at the cap timer. There is not enough time left in the game for any one team to take the capture point. So that means that I don't need to be here. I'm going to get off. I've got myself a Kraken. I think I've done a lot of work on this one. Put a spread of torpedoes back across the island there, just in case his matey boy decides he wants to come round the corner and see if he can pick me up for being such a bully. But this wasn't about being a bully. This was about playing smart, putting myself in the right position at the right time, and sometimes not quite the right position, but putting ourselves in a position where we needed to get a job done. I said this one was broadcasted on the live stream tonight, so if you want to go and see and watch the match there with the full audio, one of the guys, Board Bootneck, did say that after watching this game he felt very, very intimidated. I don't see why, because he plays on the team with us, so he's got nothing to be scared of. But that Matsu is going to turn out, whether or not he's seen these torpedoes coming, I don't know. But we're not going to pick up anything else. We've got seconds left on the clock here. I'm not even going to fire my guns and let them know where I am. All they know is I'm not on the cap. This one is going to be a victory by kills. It's going to be a victory for blue team. And I'm going to pick up a solo warrior at the same time. So, as you can see there, this was first game of the night. We had 3 more wins, we had 4 defeats. They weren't all great games, but, you know, I'll take a couple of wins in an arena any day of the week. But Kraken, Solo Warrior, First Blood, and a Dev Strike. GG to Mr. Grey 2169 for playing that cap very well as the Leon and killing one of my battleships. 3488 base XP, not too shabby on that one either. But yeah, I think looking at those scores overall, yeah, I was doing the work out there. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. An arena and a Kraken and a solo warrior, which is easier in arena than other times. But if you've liked that one, please do click one of these links, smash that like button. And if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel. Help us up towards 700. Until next time, take care and goodbye.